Hey Aries, welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. I am smiling ear to ear because I had to take some time off, y'all. I don't know if you saw in my community post, but I was in the kitchen a few days ago and I had a massive sneeze, like the biggest sneeze I had sneezed in my life at that point. And it threw my back out of alignment. Oh my God. You should have seen me. I was holding on to the counter like, whoa, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, come and help me right now. I was in the bed for the bulk of like 2.5 days with a heating pad and putting some a salve that I had made for myself and taking vitamins and drinking some anti-inflammatory tea, guys. I kept stretching, y'all. It had me out, but I know for a fact that was spirit really trying to get either something to happen in the background. See, this is the way you got to look at stuff. Let me adjust my camera. This is the way you got to look at stuff. You can't be all woe is me all the time. There are things that happen that are completely out of our control, and the thing that you have to understand is that spirit is always working morning, noon, or night, whether we're awake, whether we're asleep. So I just had this inner knowing that there was something going on. I either needed to take things slow, and I'll tell you about that in a second because that already came to me. I either needed to take things slow, or somebody else needed to be moved around in my energy somehow. So I took it. I don't know if you guys saw, I was posting a bunch of drawings that I was doing because that's one of the ways that I like to decompress and journal is to draw. For those of you guys who are interested in my silly little doodles, I was putting them on my community post, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and put that on my Instagram. If you're looking to follow me on Instagram, that is Infinite Light Tarot, no spaces on Instagram. All right, guys, this is an Aries collective reading for the week of July 29th, week of July 29th. What is this? Going to go through the 4th of August. So the 29th of July till the 4th of August. Those of you guys who are new here, welcome. If you really do like my energy, if this resonates with you, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification button. If you are returning, I love you guys. Thank you so very much. If you are returning and you have watched me now at least twice, 3 times, and you haven't subscribed, I'm so confused. Just go ahead and subscribe. There's obviously something that needs to be happening between our two energies that your spirit team keeps bringing you to me. All right, so we're going to do a weekly reading. So that means we do start out with postcards and then we'll move on to spiritual growth, money, and love, okay? I want to keep it short, so I might be talking a little fast. Speaking of which, you guys feeling this Leo energy in this new Leo season? My goodness. I'm going to be doing a reading that is very, very focused for Aries and all 12 signs. I'll do it this week for the Lionsgate portal that's popping up. But this is a card that I got as I was opening up the deck. And then this morning, because I follow the creator of this deck, her name is Sonia Cholette. Nope, that's not how you say it. I was French in a past life, but I'm not French now, so I don't know how to say her last name. But she is amazing, intuitive. I follow her on Instagram, and this was the card she got for the day a few days ago, but it just popped up on my feed. And this is the caution card. And I normally talk about this being cautious in the way of love and maybe letting your guard down depending on how the cards come up. But this card is meant in this particular time to be a slow down card. The energies are going to want to whip and wail you in all different directions because it's a fire energy, because it's Leo season, especially we're in the shadow of the Leo new moon that just happened last week. So there it's going to feel like a whole bunch of like, just go get it done, like a push to present yourself, a push to push go on something or to check something off. And Spirit is really asking the collective of Aries to take time. And I put something similar to this in the community post on YouTube. But really just, it's okay to continue forward with bold action because that's what you're being called to do in this particular season. But do it with awareness, guys. Don't just do it like willy-nilly, like blindly. There are a lot of things that are being spoken to you from the ethers, the cosmos, your higher self, so on and so forth, that spirit is really trying, and your higher self is really trying to get you to pay attention to. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you slow down. You can do that through, like I was doing, I was drawing, doing a lot of drawing, journaling. You can do it by taking a nap. You can do it by actually sitting down and watching a positive TV show. You can do it by listening to some music, meditating, going outside and sitting down in the sun. The sun is going to especially help you a lot, as long as you're not allergic to it and you're protecting yourself. Just getting underneath the sun's rays, because Leo is ruled by the sun, so that energy is going to help you. But then also too, if you need to counter it in any way, you could go sit in the bathtub or go sit in the grass, just so that you can ground yourself. That is a tidbit of information for somebody. If you're new here, I'm going to do a postcard read. I've had these postcards since the 90s. They know me, I know them. This is going to be our overall energy for the week for the Aries collective, guys. If you want personal readings, I am doing email readings. That information is down below. You can visit my Stan store and book a reading. That's going to change up come this fall. I'm going to open up my calendar to all of my services, so stay tuned if you want to do coaching or face-to-face readings for the Aries collective this week, please. For the Aries collective this week. Oh, two cards, and they were stuck together, and these aren't even postcards, and these are two newer cards, but they called to me twice at the bookstore. I didn't buy them, and then my 5-year-old picked them up one time at the bookstore and was like, "You want these?" Okay, I guess I do. This is interesting because this has a ruby on it, but last night I was actually looking at cherry amber. And that is a very auspicious, and I'm going to bring the cherry amber into this versus ruby, since that's something that I was pulled to last night. See, paying attention to the energies and the patterns and the synchronicities. That is like a new beginning, an auspicious time in love. And then now I'm getting a download. I was singing it right before I started the video. Mariah Carey, "You Will Always Be My Baby." There is a chance that, and also it's Mercury retrograde and all that, there is a chance that there might be a resurface of an idea of a relationship with somebody from your past. Again, with the caution here, oh, look, it says exhaustion. You guys are exhausted with hearing about the past? Okay, I get it. I see you. Let me know if that's exactly what you were thinking when that card popped up. Let me know in the comments down below. For those of you guys who are open to something like that, this could be a season where something could happen in that realm. Just make sure that, and I'm very active on my YouTube community page, so definitely pay attention or take a look at that. But again, I posted something about this, like, not everybody who returns is meant to stay. And then sometimes it takes more, not sometimes, all the time. If somebody wants to come at you with apologetic energy, they need to be showing a change in behavior. So don't be so welcoming of a warm body that you allow old patterns and old toxic behaviors back into your healed realm. You've been doing, and I'm talking to a collective of Aries who have been actually doing the work. Some of you guys haven't. And that's why you're being called here, so that I can help you do the work to elevate yourself. But for those of you guys who've been exhaustion, doing the work to elevate yourself, don't allow somebody to come in and interrupt your peace. Peace is priceless. So, Kriya, divine flow in alignment with your dharma. I love that. This is because you have been putting in the work, releasing and learning from the karma of your life. And that has been, as you've been releasing the karma and releasing karmic ties, you have been letting in room for dharma, the good things. And it really has, I feel like, a lot to do with the auspiciousness of this red, amber, or ruby, which is good luck and heart-centered. I get that it's red, so we could look at even the root chakra and talk about your stability in money too. So it could be all-encompassing. So turning things around, it's very lucky, it's very auspicious. And the second card we got is Dharma twice. Oh, I am talking to a super lucky collective of Aries. And then there's like a fire sign behind this, the triangle behind this card. And because there's peace now for a lot of you guys who are doing the work, who are sitting still, who are letting in a ritual in your life every day, whether it looks like you pray at the same time every day, you meditate at the same time every day, you work out at the same time, you go for walks, you bathe, you shower, and it's with intention. You don't just go in there and go, yeah, like, no, it's intentional. You listen to uplifting music and you elevate yourself. Or you're pausing and you're loving yourself with this green, this heart space here. So that's what this, if you're not already pulling in that energy, then this is what this week is supposed to be geared. That's what Spirit wants you to gear this week towards. If you are, and that's a release right there, excuse me. If you are already pulling in this energy, this is just Spirit saying, don't let anybody come in here and interrupt your ritual. Keep going. That's what healthy boundaries are about. And if you're allowing a resurgence of somebody in your life during this week, then they need to respect that. And I feel very much down deep in my heart that you have made it known what your boundaries are. And your boundaries are a lot to do with healthy self-worth and putting yourself first. It took a long time to say that, and I really needed to hydrate. Actually, I need another drink, guys. Okay. All right, let's see what's coming forward. Spirit, thank you so much for that overall energy. What's moving forward in the Aries community for the week of the 29th of July in the realm of money and career? Three cards: strategy, investment, and wealth. Oh my gosh. Didn't we recently have a reading, guys? I swear I just recently did a reading where it said investment and wealth. There is a ROI popping up in your life, a return on investment. It could be an actual investment, but I feel like it, listen, money is, put this down in the comments. Money is drawn to me easily. And not just, guys, money is drawn to me easily. Put that in the comments. I'll give you a second to do that. Because somebody's like, you keep asking me to do stuff. I don't got time. I'm giving you 2 seconds. Money comes to me easily, guys. 999. If you've been seeing 999 a lot, that number just popped up on one of the things here. It says you are working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Whatever you've been motivated to, whatever you did when you said, I'm putting myself first, whatever you started investing into, whether that, and we're talking about career-wise, then that's paying off for you this week. Very, very auspicious time. Remember, I was talking about that. So it says you are working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into long-term planning. Not just career planning, but long-term planning across all realms. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save some to fall back on. So this is why the caution card was popping up. Once you do start seeing this windfall, guys, that Spirit is calling into you starting this week, like, don't go crazy with it. You should already be sitting down with a piece of paper. I have a plan back there that I've been doing for myself, but you should already be sitting down with the plan that's like, okay, so I need to buy this course, I need to go to this class, I need to make this meeting, and it should be bite-sized chunks, obtainable chunks. You should be ready. This is what it means when they're talking about when you manifest, you should already be bringing yourself into that energy. Sometimes it's not just thinking the energy, it's being the energy. And that means starting to pencil and pin things into your weekly, daily, monthly planner, yearly planner, so that you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, do this. Some of the stuff you can pin in and some of the stuff you can pencil in. And the reason why I say that is because God and the universe is going to move you in the ways that they need to move you regardless of what you actually of you knowing what's going on or not. But it's also to being open to the flow. Strategy. You need a step-by-step strategy. I had forgot that I'd seen this strategy card. We don't play chess anymore. We don't play checkers anymore. We're too hoity-toity now, guys, with our career, with our money focus. We don't play checkers anymore. It's about chess. I don't know how to play chess. But I do know it's about being several steps ahead of your opponent. And your opponent could be your inner self trying to say, yeah, you really don't deserve this. Or it could be a toxic family member in your head saying, do you really think you can do something like that? Or you really think that little job is gonna, yes, I do. And you know what? You've shown me your true colors and I really don't need you around me type thing. Excuse me. I kind of digressed in that. But yeah, it says you need a step-by-step plan of attack to reach the next level. Get the advice of someone who is already where you want to go. I've said this before too, and that is, man, it's so great being alive in 2025 and then having all these resources available to us. So not only do we have like ChatGPT, sorry, my hair is like bothering me. Not only do we have like ChatGPT, but we've got YouTube, you've got like, ShareSpace or Squarespace or whatever, Patreon. You've got multitudes of places that you can go. You no longer have to just sit at the library. You no longer have to go pull out some microfiche. You no longer, it's at your, people have been there, done that, and then they make entire videos or series or workshops about how to go where you're trying to go. And if you are paving a new way, there's still resources out there available to you. You don't got to go to your best friend's house that has the entire Encyclopedia Britannica anymore and look for J. You got it at your fingertips. All right. Utilize your fingertips. What does this look like for Aries? How does this evolve for Aries in the week of July 28th, please? The Lovers and the Four of Cups in the reverse. Coming out of hiding. Coming out of hiding. And not only are you coming out of hiding, you're coming out of hiding. You're no longer telling yourself or lying to yourself that you don't deserve better. I had a friend who had a company, and I was trying to ask her, like, why don't you have like a magnet or a sign on something on the side of your car to entice people to hire your company to do work for them. So it was like a maid company, or not a maid company. It was like a cleaning service that she did. And after a while of talking, she finally divulged to me. She said, you know what? I don't even know what I would do if people started calling me. She felt comfortable with the clientele list that she had. It was scary to her to have to go outside of that, because then that's going to require her to problem solve. Like, what do I do about schedules? What do I do about personnel? What do I do about paperwork and invoices and all that? And I could just see the fear on her face. Don't be that friend. Don't allow yourself. You're already trying to come out. Choose that. Choose that. That's great partnership. Also, to you guys, and I said partnership, you guys could be calling in help. Just energetically, be calling in help somehow. This could be an actual person that presents themselves for you this week to help elevate your business. Or if you work for somebody else, this could be, a new workmate, a new work partner, something like that, that's helping you with a project. But this feels, again, with auspiciousness, this feels very promising. It's going to help you really dig deep into the Aries passionate side and get her done. And get her done. Get it done. The Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck is in the reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles is in the upright. So if you're having problems, if you had been having problems with money as far as at home, like in your own purse or wallet, with your family and stuff like that. You felt like things were out of balance. Now, there's only so much we can do with the inflation and the state of the world and all that other stuff. But if you're really been leaning on this energy and putting in the work of manifesting, guys, you're going to see a huge change in how you utilize the energy of money for your home life. Like it could look like budgeting. Remember that plan. Put in a plan of action. Maybe you're not growing the money that you have. Maybe you get the same paycheck this next week, but you really are looking at a strategic way of using it versus, again, going in willy-nilly. Aries doesn't do willy-nilly anymore. Starting now. We don't do willy-nilly. We go at it like strategic bosses, because we're what? The emperors. Exactly. All right. What does a spiritual growth look like for Aries? Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification button. Every time you interact, it helps me grow my channel, and I, my dear, am also an entrepreneur. Okay, so let's see. Spiritual growth. What does that look like for the Aries? Loss. We've gotten lost before. Disruption. What does this loss look like, please, Spirit? We've gotten lost before. The Chariot, the Ten of Swords in the reverse, the seven of Swords in the reverse, the Three of Pentacles in the upright. You guys stood in the way of somebody steering you in the wrong direction. And I've talked about this. I was alluding to this entire reading. There's two storylines that are coming to me, all right? The 1911 3, 11 and 3. That's awesome. 113, 345. Change, huge change. You stood up to somebody who was in the way of you, who was blocking you, disrupting you from being the true emperor that you are. Bravo. I said that before. So those people who watched last week and hadn't yet stepped into that timeline, welcome. Good job. But there's a huge breakthrough for you in a relationship. There might actually be a trigger warning. There might actually be a loss of somebody who gets their wings, if you will. See the wings? I don't think that this person was in this particular case, and that's because I get the Ten of Swords in the reverse and the and the Seven of Swords in the reverse. In this particular case, I don't think this person had your best interest at heart. Actually, in both cases, whoever it is that you're losing, they didn't have your best interest at heart. This is a huge breakthrough for you. I'm being called to pull this money card. This is somebody that you had a very strong, what is it called? Like they were written in your life's book to be a huge player for you. Karmic cycle with this person is done and over with. There's somebody that you let go, that you're something's going to come up for you, and you're going to find out where people were talking smack about you, like Aries is always causing problems. Like, I don't believe Aries. I believe this person over Aries, because Aries is just a weird person, or they're just all over the place. Now they're going to believe you because the person over here is going to get exposed somehow, some way. Locked. It says that this person was keeping you blocked and locked from a new position in life. Energetically, they tried to keep you small, very manipulative energy, perspective. It says you change the way you look at things. You could see everything in a brand new light that will help you get where you need to be. People skills. It says you have a flair for working well with others. You could be a diplomat, counselor, salesperson, or a head of a company. Somebody who was in your way, very karmic tie. This is a soul tie. That's what I was trying to say earlier. You went in the right direction by releasing this person. It's not this same person. This is a different person. This is very much a very fun and lighthearted energy that I was talking about here. And though there might have been like a misunderstanding, this other release that you had or have coming up this week, if you haven't already, this could be confirmation for you guys, is going to be hugely detrimental to your future, meaning it's going to accelerate you in a positive direction. There's going to be an opportunity for you to lean on somebody or others that will help you get out of your rut. And I'm getting a commercial that's popping up to me, like that's going to help you take the next step out or escape. There's a commercial that popped up to me, and this is in America, but there's like the Humane Society, like the people that have that do like the animal shelter. They have like shelters for victims of domestic abuse around America to go to. You and your dog or you and your pet can go and stay there for a little bit. That's for somebody. So Google that if that's something that you need in the States. But if that's not an option for you and you're looking to get out of this tumultuous situation this week, there will be people around you that want to help you with this people skills. Okay. So the spiritual elevation you have is that you are releasing an unbalanced relationship, and it's helping you to cut a karmic tie with somebody. This was meant to happen. This was regret nothing. It was meant to happen. I know that you're in the middle of it, a lot of you guys who I'm talking to, but it was meant to happen. Your spiritual ascension is coming, but you had to let this go first. What's coming towards, I'm going to pull these cards. What's coming towards the Aries in love? Where are we at? 27 minutes. What's coming towards the Aries in love this week, please? The week of the 29th, 28th, 29th. The Ten of Swords in the upright. The Three of Pentacles in the upright. Hold on. As I'm back. In the way of love, it's the same story. The Ten of Swords and the Three of Pentacles releasing some sort of contract that you're getting freedom from. Guys, I've been in this situation and it is not easy. And sometimes you have to do things for your greatest and highest good, even when you're scared, even when there is fear inside of you. That's what bravery is, and that's what courage is. And I think that I'm talking to a collective that is about to take a courageous step this week, and I know what that feels like. So bravo. Let's see. Tell me more about this 10 of, because it might not be everybody's story. Tell me more about this 10 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles for the week of 28th, 29th of July. The Queen of Cups in the upright, the Page of Cups in the reverse. It might have been what you felt like was an impulsive sort of thing, like where you immediately pulled your love back from somebody, either by taking action to separate yourself from somebody or energetically just separate yourself from somebody. But it wasn't. It was your intuition. It was your angels. It was your ancestors. It was your guides that were saying, that's it. And you finally heard the call. You must depart. And for those of you guys who feel like you're having like a lack of creativity as far as like, how do I get to the next step? Like, where do I go from here? Remember, there was a reason why that people skills thing came up. There's somebody around you or an entity around you, not like an earthly, I mean, not like a heavenly entity. I mean, like there's like a shelter or something that can take you in. a family member, a friend of a friend, there are resources. Spirit will open up those resources. And if you're like, but I still can't, the Five of Cups is coming up. I think this is really talking to a specific population of Aries. If you still are like so caught up in how painful it is, you can't take a step forward, I'm here to tell you, and I'm praying for you, and I'm sending you loving energy as somebody who's gone through this exact thing. And definitely let us know in the comments down below if you've survived through something like this, okay guys, if you're still with me. If you feel so scared that you are stuck, that is your nervous system that's trying to keep you safe, because taking a step forward is scarier than staying in this Ten of Swords moment. You've got to really dig deep, pray, and ask the heavens, or ask the universe, ask your spirit guides, pray, ask for help. This is the time to either get on your knees, go to a safe space, or just stop and breathe and think the thoughts that are going to say, hey, I don't know how to get out of this. I don't know how to unfreeze myself. I don't know how to unstick myself. Tell me, show me, clear and concisely, what is my next step? And it will be shown to you. Remember that caution came up earlier, and I was talking about you've got to slow down enough in order to listen. You've got to turn it off. Whatever it is that you use to escape, you've got to turn that off. The Page of Wands and the upright is telling me that if you really stand in that spirituality and you say, like, I need help to whoever it is, whether you're an atheist or not, I need help me out of this, then it'll come to you. There will be, this is like a messenger or a plan. This is enthusiasm. This is how to take the next step. This is good news. It wanted to pop out. If you need, you must ask. Even if you feel like you're going to have to do it all on your own, you might not be able to take the first step on your own. I was so far in a toxic situation, I couldn't leave. I had to call the sheriff's office to come and get me and my kids out of the house that we were in. Like, that's how bad it was. Because I didn't feel safe enough to leave on my own. I feel like I'm really speaking to somebody. Don't worry about processing everything right away. No, you're not going to. This is years. The Ten of Swords, this is years of being in a toxic relationship. And that's just cortisol built up in your body. That's negative talk built up in your body. That's just dark energy built up in your body, in your aura. It's not going to release itself right away. The physical act of moving forward is what's going to most likely happen this week. And I'm praying that you pray to get this good news so that you can take the right step, a safe step forward in the right direction for yourself. Okay. All right. So that's a very specific message for somebody. I'm going to end it on, let's see, for those of you guys who are single, what does this week look like for you? For those of you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Let me know in the comments down below how this is resonating. If this is too hard of a story for you to type down there, that's fine. You can just put a green heart. A green heart. Let me know how it's resonating with you guys. The Page of Swords in the upright. And an apology. This may not be an apology. This might be a light-hearted conversation. For those of you guys who are like in a connection and there's been like a recent separation, or those of you guys who are single, there might be somebody, again, with this Mercury in retrograde, somebody coming back to tell you that to give you the energy of like saying, I did wrong. Or saying, hey, let's have a conversation. Hold on, what flew on the ground? The Three of Pentacles. And, yep. The Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Somebody coming back for, like, again, I got it at the very beginning. Somebody coming back This could be singles. This could be somebody who's in a connection. Somebody wants to say, okay, listen, we haven't talked in a few days. We haven't talked in a week. We haven't talked in a few weeks. Let's have a conversation about what actually went down. What intention does this person have with the Aries, please? The Ten of Swords in the reverse and the Seven of Cups in the upright. Yeah, I want to talk about what happened. I think that you've made space between... Guys, this is a different storyline. I'm not talking to the same people that I was talking to earlier that need to get out of a Ten of Swords situation. I'm not talking about that. This is a different collective of Aries. Okay, follow along with me, guys. And I'm saying that because I don't want the person that's trying to escape a bad situation to be following this, okay? So this is for different people. So yeah, they want to move on from the confusion of the connection. There was space that was given. You probably called the space, and that space allowed this person to clear things up in their head. The Queen of Swords in the reverse, the Six of Swords in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. What goes on top of that? The Seven of Swords. You might not be ready yet for this person. You might not be ready yet for this person. You might not be over it, and this person might be ready to talk. This might really pop up this week. So what intention does Aries have with their person, please? The Queen of Cups in the upright. And the High Priestess in the reverse. You're leaning very heavy on your intuition this week, Aries. Because you just, like, the thing is that you're so evolved and elevated as a person that you can see the bullshitter before the bullshits. And I'm not saying that this person is a bullshitter, but it's like you're readying yourself because that's what you've seen. This is what you know. You know your experience and you know what you've been shown. And there was a reason why you asked for space from this person. And I don't think you're necessarily ready. I think what you really want to be doing is working on yourself, your money, your career, a huge project at work, something like that. So what action is this person planning to take towards the Aries this week, please, Spirit? The King of Cups in the reverse. So this person is lonely without you. And there's a bit of obsessiveness. You know, they're probably like really checking to see what is Aries doing. They're not in their King of Cups in the upright yet. Just FYI. So I'm glad that you are following your intuition. You're in the upright. So keep following your intuition. They're not in their upright energy yet. They are at least coming up as a king, and they are looking like a suit match for you. You're coming up as the Queen of Cups, and this person is coming up as the King of Cups. But I think it's just more of like an emotional yearning with the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles up here. And it's just like they just cannot imagine the continued separation between the two of you guys. What action should Aries be taking, or what action is Aries planning to take towards this person this week, please? The Sun in the reverse. I feel like you'll hear them out, but you make no promises. What action is this person planning to take towards? Again, one more time. What's action? Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. I think it's just an impulsive act. Where's my Aries? I just need to check in my Aries and make sure my Aries is okay. What I miss my Aries. What advice do you have for the Aries, please, this week with this connection? Sorry. What advice do you have for the Aries this week for this connection, please, Spirit? The Five of Cups in the upright. It says forgiveness. And then it says the Eight of Pentacles. It's like again, you're getting eights, repeating eights again. Two Eight of Pentacles here. Um, okay, so all right, so it's like literally seeing it for what it is, and still staying in your boundaries. Okay, all right. Well, that was a good, like, this is how the conversation can go on. Okay, well, yeah, thanks for sharing your thoughts. I'm still not ready yet. You don't even have to answer the phone. I'm just saying they might text you, they might leave a voicemail, they might email you, but you're very heavy on this person's, how do they feel about the Aries? On this person's mind. But Spirit's like, listen, don't, hold on. How does this person feel about the Aries? Knight of Water, Knight of Cups in the upright. How does Aries feel about this person, please? You're blocking this person. You're saying not yet. Not yet. It's not been enough time. It's like, so what Spirit is saying is like, no, stand on that. Stand on that. Let them know. Stand on those boundaries. Like, but also too, like, don't be judgmental. Like, they can't help it, right? What does she say? Like, this person, there's a song. What did she say? I know when they act like that, then I know I got them. It's that you espresso. Samantha something, the girl with the bangs. They can't help it. Aries, they can't help it but to want to be around you. As long as this person's not toxic, like Spirit's like, okay, you can have the phone conversation with them, but be like, okay, and that was great. I'm glad you're doing good, but no, I need to go back to doing exactly what I told you I was going to do a week and a half ago, which is work on my project or work on myself. Glad you're doing okay. Bye. Something like that, right? All right, guys, I love you. I hope this helped in some way, shape, or form. Don't forget, again, to like, subscribe, turn on that bell notification button. Love you. Bye.